know if you have any questions, but today we are going to be talking about getting motivated, because a lot of people think that their top problem is not being motivated enough or not being able to do the things that get them to where they want to be in terms of their goals. It really comes down to 3 things when it comes to motivation. Needing to have an identity shift. A lot of people have the wrong identity when it comes to where they want to become. It's counterproductive. What do you mean self-talk? How do you talk to yourself in times of adversity? How do you talk to yourself in the day-to-day? How do you talk to yourself when things are going even right? How are you talking to yourself when things are, getting really hard for you? All of that is very necessary to your motivation. Are you calling yourself a lazy person? Are you calling yourself a powerless person? Are you calling yourself something that is not empowering towards your goals? So part of changing your identity is controlling your self-talk and the way that we speak to ourselves, because we literally speak so bad about ourselves. We would never talk to our mom like that. We would never talk to our friends like that. We are so uplifting and encouraging and motivating to people outside of us. But when it comes to us, we have negative self-talk. You can't do that. Do you know how many times I hear people say, I can't do that, I can't afford that, I can't go to the gym? They always have every reason why they can't do something. Instead, think of how can I do it? We talk a lot in my group about having more of a solution-oriented mindset instead of a problem-based mindset. Of course, if you focus on problems, all that is going to come to you is problems. Because at the end of the day, what you think about, what you focus on is what you attract. So what things are you focusing on? What talk are you focusing on? Affirmations that are aligned with who you want to become, right? If you are in a position of being, financially unwell, are you saying things like, I can't afford it, that's too expensive for me? Or are you saying money is flowing to me in abundance, money comes to me so easily, I need to be financially well, I'm abundant with money, I'm a money magnet? What are you really saying to yourself? How are you talking to yourself? Are you talking to yourself like a poor person? If you're talking to yourself that way, that's all you're going to attract. And that's really what it's about. It's about the way that you talk to yourself, but also the labels that you put on yourself. There's so many times where, people think they're just kidding, but people say, I'm lazy, I'm an early bird, I can't go to sleep early, right? And the thing is, you put these labels on yourself to the point that it's paralyzing you instead of helping you. Right? So how are you labeling yourself? How are you putting yourself down? All of that stuff, because people don't understand. And even for me, that's something I need to work on. When we speak, we create. When we speak, we create. So when we speak in ways that are, when you say stuff like, I'm broke, I'm poor, I can't afford that, the universe will create that reality for you instead of making it in a way that will actually help you. And that's why I'm saying affirmations, changing your identity based on your goals. Let's say your goal is to lose weight. What is your identity now? How do you identify yourself right now? And what is the identity that you want to shift to? What kind of labels is that person have? Your ideal person, what labels do they have? How is their self-talk? What are the affirmations they're saying? What things do they know to their core? That's the things you want to do. At the end of the day, it's all about having that identity shift and changing the labels that you have put on yourself are placed based upon how we grew up, based upon how we were raised. The beautiful thing about your identity and about us and the fact that we are magnificent creators is that you can change anything that you want. You can change your destiny, you can change your identity, you can change your body, you can change your financial situation. It is all possible for us, but it first starts with the mind. It all starts with how we talk to ourselves. It's all about how we identify ourselves and what is true for us. What we focus on, we attract. What we focus on becomes bigger. So if we focus on the identity of ourselves that is opposite to who we want to become, then of course it's never going to come to you in that way. So you got to shift your identity. You got to focus on the right things. Do you think if you put bad out in the world, you're going to get good? maybe for a meantime, but a lot of people that keep putting bad into the world do not get good throughout their whole life. That's not how the universe works. What you put out, you will get back. It's the same thing with us, right? So that's really what it's about. You have to shift your focus and have a really big mindset shift. Now, that's the first thing to increasing your motivation, is having an identity shift that I am a person that is powerful. I am a person that is going to get my goals. Affirm yourself with positive things and focus on the right identity. Don't focus on everything that you can't do. Focus on the things you can do and will do, and the actions you're going to take, right? And the identity that you're going to shift to, and the affirmations you're going to say to yourself so that you can get at a higher state. The second thing is your why. Your why is so important. A lot of people are like, I'm not motivated, I don't know where to start. Everyone has it within us. Everything that we need to get to our highest self is already here. Our worst version of ourselves and our best version of ourselves is all here. It's all here within us. We just have to unleash, and we have to align our habits with the person we want to become. You have to have a why that really does light your soul on fire. You gotta have a why that really makes you feel empowered, that makes you feel like, oh my goodness, I need to get this done. So your why, a lot of people do not make their why big enough. A lot of people make their why just something small. Oh, I just want to look good. And the thing is, if you make your why small, you can see what it has already done for you. If your why was so great, you would have already gotten it done by now. But the truth is, your why is not big enough. So I encourage you to 10x your why. A lot of people are like, oh, I just want to make enough to pay the bills. And that's cool. That's awesome that you want to make enough to pay the bills. But how can we 10x that? And the next year, and the year after that, and I want to pay for my family bills. How can we 10x those goals? Because the truth is, guys, the bigger the vision is, the more action we put towards it. Think about it like this. I want to make an extra $1,000 a month. And we're like, okay, let's make an extra $1,000 a month. But if we 10x that goal simply and said, hey, I want to make $10,000 a month, guess what? Your actions are all going to reflect $10K a month. And let's be honest, $1,000 a month and $10K a month is a big difference. There's going to be way more intensity with the person that wants to actually make that $10K a month, right? Therefore, would you rather fall short of $1,000 or would you rather fall short of $10,000, right? Our motivation, our drive becomes so much bigger. We want to be challenged. We want to really use our abilities in a way that will actually stretch us. So make your vision bigger. I want you to ask yourself, how can I 10x that? How can I make it bigger? And it will be an actual journey that is worthwhile, to be honest. So that's what I recommend you to do, is think bigger, make your vision huge, but also you have to think about that whether that's losing weight, whether that's making more money, whether that's attracting a great relationship, whether that's eating right, getting that dream career, whether that's having that family, living in a place, that is a transformation, because a transformation is getting from point A to point B. And the two things that make a transformation happen is simply just vision and action. You need to get a vision that actually is enticing for you. You're like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to reach that. But it actually lights your soul. Because $1,000 is cool, but 10K would light your soul. Or 100K would light your soul. $1 million would light your soul. And that's really what it's about. You need to make your vision huger. And I know it's counterproductive because you're like, I already don't have a motivation for the small goal. How am I going to have motivation for a big one? And that's exactly the problem. The goal is too small. You're not motivated to do something it's meh. It's okay. It's cool. It's not life-changing though. You're going to be way more motivated about having life-changing health rather than just meh. Make your vision greater. So the first thing we talked about to really shift and increase your motivation is to have that identity shift. Talk in a way as if you already have what you have. You already have the body of your dreams. You already have the income of your dreams. You already have the family. You have all of that. How is that person talking? That's how you want to talk to yourself. Labels Get rid of the negative labels. You are not poor. You are not broke. You are abundant. Life is abundant. You can and you will make money. You are financially abundant. You are a money magnet. Increase your vision. It's going to be way more motivating, and we actually want to go for it when it is a bigger vision. And also, transformation is about vision and action. So set your vision clear, and it will actually allow you to take more action. Now, if you actually want to get clear on your vision, I actually have a free life mastery guide. So all you have to do is DM me the word on Instagram, mastery @Olivia Appleberry. Guide, you actually set your ideal scene in there, right? What is your scene right now? What does your scene look like? Are you $10,000 in debt? Are you $100,000 in debt? What is your scene right now, and what is your ideal scene? What is your point B in your transformation? That is exactly what it's going to help you with. It's completely free. So again, all you have to do is DM the word mastery to Olivia Appleberry on Instagram. But that is the second thing. Get clear on your why. And that will definitely help your motivation. What is motivation? And what is discipline, right? We hear about motivation and everybody wants their discipline. Motivation is something that will get your foot through the door, but discipline is going to get you to the destination. But discipline will get you to the destination you need to get to, okay? Discipline. And a lot of people talk about discipline, but what does that really mean? And one thing that I would love to say is actually diet helps your discipline. And you're probably asking, what the heck? What do you mean diet? Like the food you eat? People think diet is like, eating just plants and nothing. No, diet is what you consume. What are you consuming in your day? Are you consuming negativity? Are you consuming bad energy? Are you consuming bad foods? Are you consuming... And a lot of people do not have a diet that aligns with the highest version of themselves. So diet actually helps your discipline. So I encourage you to get your diet straight. What are you consuming? What are you listening to? What are you watching? You are taking in energies from all of those resources. So if you're not disciplined, you have to think about what are you actually taking in and how much of it are you actually taking in your day. You actually increase in your life. So if you're focusing on negativity, you're going to get more of it. It's going to increase in your life. So diet helps your discipline. Eat healthier. Listen to more positive things like podcasts. This is why I wanted to make this podcast, is because I wanted to really get people to reprogram their mind. A lot of us have the wrong information, and at the end of the day, information changes situations. So if you have all the wrong things going on in your mind and you really don't know, all of the wrong things about money, all of the wrong things about fitness, all of the wrong things about business and making money and all this stuff, of course, the results in your life are going to be very much opposite of that. Basically, from morning to night, I was listening to affirmations. I was listening to, people that were life coaches. I was listening to people that were at a position I wanted to. I literally had to do the reason why we are not where we are is because of the information that we have, the action we took, and the mindset we have. I do not have the right mindset. I do not have the right information, and I do not have the right tools to get me to the point I want to, then I need to get new information. They think they know everything. If you're not at a point that you want to be at, you don't know anything. And I don't know everything. And I want to know the answers. I want to have a better life around the right people, right? That's why I created my community, the success group, get people together to help them on their development journey. I remember when I was on my development journey, it was very tough. I was very lonely. There was nobody in my circle that was reading. There was nobody that was listening to podcasts. There was no one that was growing. It's nice to have other people that really want to grow with you. A lot of people get consumed with negativity. And I'm just going to say this, some of the closest people to you are actually going to hold you back on your journey. They want to see you be healthy and happy and safe and comfortable. Emphasis on comfortable. You're being pushed to your potential. You're not just being old average, because the thing is, if you want to take average action, you're going to get average results. People want to be a millionaire, but they're putting in average work. Being a millionaire is not the average thing. Being a multimillionaire is not the average thing. Being a billionaire is not an average thing. And you want to put in average work, like huge amounts of action, 10x amount of action. How much action are you taking? Because that's really important. So being consumed with negativity is a huge thing that people don't even recognize. And that's a huge thing that you need to take out of your diet as much as you can. Start focusing on the right things. I think the huge saying for today might as well just be, what you focus on, you attract. If you focus on negativity, you are going to only have negativity in your life. People wonder why they stay broke. It's not enough to only eat well. I mean, if your circle is not uplifting you, if it's not encouraging you, if it's not pushing you, then what really is it there for? Right? So reprogramming your mind is a huge thing. A lot of people do not reprogram their mind. A lot of people just stick with the same things, right? So every day I'm actually reprogramming my mind. I want to think in more positive ways. I listen to affirmations. I listen to things that are actually going to uplift me. So you got to get your diet on point. That's what I recommend you guys put in your schedule too, is actually taking time multiple times a day. The more that you do it, the better results you're going to have. Because remember, you get what you focus on. If you focus on positive things more, positive outcomes are going to come in your life. Now, am I saying don't be a human? You're never going to have bad days? No, because at the end of the day, we're still humans and things are still going to happen. But it's about what you actually do focus on, right? Really want what you really want. And that's where the why will come into place a lot. You get focused on what you want and actually getting your actions aligned with what you want. Okay? Now, a lot of people have trouble and they say, I want to go to the gym and I want to be better and I want to actually get to that next level. Are you talking to yourself in a way that really aligns with the person you want to become? Are you calling yourself lazy? Are you saying you're not motivated? You want to be a guard at your mind. What are you labeling yourself? I'm fat. I'm overweight. I'm all this stuff. I am in the best shape of my life. And I know it sounds crazy, but you want to actually incorporate that into your mind. Your why. Make your vision really huge and make it bigger than you could have ever imagined. And the next is transformation is just basically getting yourself from vision to action. Set your vision clear. You want some guidelines on it. All you have to do is DM me the word mastery to Olivia Appleberry and get that free life mastery guide. And you'll be able to set your ideal scene. And I want you to know that motivation is going to get your foot through the door, but discipline is going to get you to the destination. And what the heck is a vice? Vice is something that holds you back from reaching your potential. It's going to help your discipline and also stop being consumed with negativity. It's time to reprogram your mind. So that's that on that, and focus on the right thing. So I'm going to get into the questions now. If you see into the word decide, CIDE technically means like to kill off. And it's the same thing as homicide. I want to get to that next level. Hey, I want to attract abundance. Hey, I want to be wealthier. Hey, I want to get into the shape of my dreams. You have to decide that. You have to basically kill off a part of yourself. That is one thing that a lot of people are not willing to do, but gets you to that next level.